Right, so today what we're doing is we're doing the ammo tier list for S to F tier. We have all the ammunitions here, ammunici, depending on where you are in the world. I've got only the actual ammunition people use, right? So for example, 9x18 over here, you're not going to see like the 12 random ones that no one ever touches with. I guess I'll start left to right. I don't know why it's in this order. This is what our boy Duty's made. So we'll start with the M4 now, or the 5.56. I do have my cheat sheet as well available to me. So with a 5.56 ammunition, cool. So 8.55 is it's kind of like your PS. Your PS ammo-ish. 8.55 is actually better than 5.45 PS ammo. So this has 30 pen, 50 damage. 30 pen, 50 damage. So it's like, so you can get this at level 1. And what they did recently, they changed the USEX to actually start with like M4s and 8.55 ammo.
On Tarkov
and they did, and so when you start with a bear, you get like 5.45. And I think it's BP ammo. Actually, this isn't that bad now. It's not great, but it's just, it's not great. It's just not, I don't know. It's like it's all right. It's all right. I wouldn't be running like anything after like level 30. There's no way I'd be running this ammunition at all. So we'll put this, I actually think it's like a very basic round and it's not that bad. I think this is going to be pretty much like this. All right. This is pretty straightforward. And I'll put it in its positions and then I'll explain why. This is how I would do these rounds. 995 is just too expensive to be useful. Right? It is great. It's a great ammunition. It's just too expensive to be useful. Like you drop a 60-round mag and you miss all like half your shots, you literally waste like 50k rubles. It's just like, it's just brutally expensive. So that's the order I'd put this. The only thing I might change is I might put this down to here later on. I'll see how I feel. But for now, I actually don't think this is that bad of ammo, particularly at level 1. Level 1 with an 8R, you can buy them off Skier. 8.55, good to go. 8.56 A1, it's pretty like, it's not a bad round. Like if you're going in to kill scavs and players, 8.56 A1 is perfectly fine. Say you're on peacekeeping mission or something like that. It's got 8.56 A1 has 37 pen, 51 damage. Right, and the 8.55 A1 has 43 pen, 45 damage. So 6 less damage, but 4 more pen. Like, there's not a big difference between these two. The one issue with the 995 is the cost. If it wasn't for the cost, you'd just use that all the time. And it's 53 pen, 40 damage. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with this kind of pathing. Now these are your 5.45 ammunitions. Where do we start? All right, so I'm just going to just quickly look at my notes. See, 7N39 you can buy for 1,000 rubles. I'm going to put this one here. Then I'm going to put BS in the A. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I'm putting it here. I'd pretty much put this on par with 8.55 at the moment. It's really just, it's 30 pen. This is BT's 37 pen, 44 damage. Yeah, this is going to have to go here. Now that I think about it, this goes here. Actually, no, it doesn't. It purely doesn't go there because it's good at level 1. Whereas BP is trash now. BP is now, what, down to 32 pen. 32 pen, 48 damage. It's like not available straight away. It's just no good anymore. I would not be recommending you to use this. And if you think it's good, then don't. Just get out of here. And then like the PS ammo, like, see, okay, what I need to make very clear right here, if something is on a higher tier than another ammunition, that you got to take into account the other factors. So, I would say actually that would go there. The borders is what? Pen value, right? If there's a green dot in the top after the name, it means it's got. Why the fuck did that green dot move? Duties. You got to take into account price, availability, and all the other stuff going on. I think this is where I'd be sitting with it. All right, 9x19. I can explain this in more detail if you want. But yeah, pretty much for here, BTMO is a good baseline ammo, kind of like the 855. If you're trying to just kill scavs and players, like these are very similar, I guess. I still would go 856 A1 because of the gun itself. I would still use that. Right. Now, over to the 9x19. Over to the 9x19. This is how I would do it. F tier. F tier. D tier. I actually like this one. Strong. Actually, I'm going to put this one here. And really strong. Quake is really strong, but the problem with Quake is most of the time now, people are going to kill you before you can get the shots off. So that's really the biggest issue with it at the moment. So most of the time you get into a fight with someone, they're going to hit you in the head before you're going to be able to leg them. That's pretty much the issue. 7 and 31, you can craft in large quantities in inside the hideout, as well as the fact that it works with the Vector Vector MP5 PP19, all your 9mm pistols. It's just a really strong ammo to use. Same with the AP 6.3. So the fact that these two both work in pistols and all your SMGs, it just gives it so much versatility to be used over multiple guns. Whereas the 855A1 and 995 can only be used in M4s and HKs at the moment. Oh, MDRs too, sorry. And technically ADRs. It's not as much versatility though, all right? The point I'm trying to make is there is lots of versatility in different guns. Now, Rip and Luger, if you're gonna be going through the Rip and Lugers, just let me confirm here. So, it really comes down to the day, all right? You could put these both, like you could put Rip up here too, because it's such high damage as well. I generally find that that you'll find the Quake Maker the cheapest of all the ammo. That's the reason why I think Quake Maker is the only one that's worthwhile in the 9x19. Rip's got 102 damage, Quake Maker's got 85, and Luger's got 70. But yeah, for some reason, Lugers are always more expensive than these two. It might change after this. But I really don't... The only real reason you're going to use these is killing killer. Or if you saw me using the MP9 the other day, doing some cheeky stuff where you get the kill players in the background and stuff. Like hiding corners and wait for players to run past. Luger underrated? It's not. It's shit. All right. 9x18. I wouldn't have put these ones in here. I would have only had 2. I'm actually only going to put 2 in there. All right, there's only 2 ammos you use for the 9x18. And it's going to be the PBM is like... I'd probably put it somewhere here. And you use it with... is the PST ammo better pen? I have to triple check this. It used to be better pen. Okay. I would use PBM because of its pen. Oh no, I'm thinking of the 762. I'm thinking of 762. All right. So PBM and SP7. SP7 works with an APB and APM, and they're not that bad. But these two, just fucking delete. Don't even have them on the list. So PBM has a little bit of pen, but it just doesn't. Okay, so I'll give you the actual stats. It has 28 pen with 40 damage, and the SP7 has 2 pen with 77 damage. Right. So SP7 is actually quite good for going leg meta with a Keter, Clin, or an APB, APS, whereas PBM is just PBM is just not that good. Honestly, I haven't much luck with it. You're not using this for pen at all. This is 9x18. If I did columns, it would have to be something like this then. It's going to have to... I don't know how to put a straight column in there. But we'll do it. We'll do it because I know you got... I know it's getting a little bit confusing. So these are actually meant to be in this line. I'll get titles put in after we finish it. All right. 9x21. There's really only one ammo you use for this. I don't know why they're all in there. Literally 9x21 is this. This is the shrimp. All right. And the shrimp ammo is actually quite good. It's got 39 pen, 63 damage. So for a pistol, it's actually pretty good, but it's not S tier. Because you can really only use it with a shrimp. SP10's legit. Duties. It's 46 damage. Sorry, it's 35 pen. Why is SP10 legit? Chat, if I'm going to spend the money on buying a shrimp, right? A shrimp is like 37,000 rubles or something like that. Right? If I'm going to spend the amount, like that much money on a shrimp and then buy mags, I'm going to use SP13. I'm not going to waste my time buying sub-tier ammo. Like subpar ammo. Shrimp's 22k on flea. Isn't it? It used to be a lot more on Trader. All right. It doesn't matter. You're not going to use any ammo that isn't SP13 on a shrimp. If you do, you're hamstringing yourself. Like, why would you want to use less pen, less damage? Like, explain to me. SP13 is 39 pen, 63 damage. SP10 is 35 pen, 49 damage. If you're using, like, if you got to the point where you're using a shrimp, SP13 is 300 or something rubles from Prapor. It's not expensive. 300 rubles is like not expensive at all. All right, so there's a delete. All right, now I don't think you guys are gonna be happy with me with where I put these and my opinion on these, because honestly, it's like, so okay, just to give an example, right? SP5 38 pen, 68 damage. SP6 46 pen, 58 damage. So it's 10 less damage but 8 more pen. For 4 more pen and 8 more damage, like, okay, so this one's 50 and 7 and 9 is 50 pen, 64 damage, and 7 and 12 is 55 pen, 60 damage. Now, so both of these are really strong ammos, right? But they're super fucking expensive. Like, unfortunately, we don't have the flea market up right now and we can check. But to get a full loadout of ammo of these, it's really fucking expensive. So like, if you are going to spend the money, then you might as well get 7 and 12, right? But to be honest, SP5 and 6 is like really good for its price. I would actually put this here. And like, don't like SP5 is like really good for its price. Like, if you can't if you've ran out of the buy limit on SP6, you can perfectly use SP5 with no issue. Like, you'll cut people's armor down really fast anyway. You can go ASVAL or VSS with 20 round mags, SP5 ammunition, and it'll be cheaper than buying most of the M4s that you guys build. You missed the point on the 7N9, the tracer. Please don't talk up SPP. This is my budget ammo. Make sure everyone buys SPP just to try it out, though. All right. What's next? All right. I'm going to be real with you guys. The only time you're going to use these ammunitions is with a TT and a upper shaft. And honestly, guys, there's only one ammunition to use. Like, I'll give you two, but really there's only one. Now, personally, these two, you just delete. Right. It's not worth your time. And then if you want to go pure leg meta, right, LRN PC, but if you're going to use a pupper shaft, use PST GCH. Right, I'm being serious here. Pupper shaft, 84 round mag. Or is it 84? What's the mag on the pupper shaft? Maybe it's like 80. Somewhere around 80. This will cut through. So if you run up to a fully geared player, 71. There you go. If you run up to a fully geared player, a PST GZH won't do a lot of damage to them on their armor, right? But it will still do a shitload of damage to their legs to the point where you absolutely decimate them like fairly quickly. Whereas whereas if you went up against someone who had like a Packer or a class 3 armor, maybe a class 4 armor, if half the bullets you're shooting hit their armor, you will actually destroy their armor with PST GZH. However, and that is because it has 25 pen. However, the LRNPC has only 7 pen, but an extra 16 damage. So if you're going to go pure leg meta, the LRNPC would be better. But the issue is, if you go against someone with a Packer or a class 3-4 armor, you're really like hurting yourself because you could have destroyed them even faster with this for just a little bit extra leg damage. So personally, I would say don't use this one at all. And I would say this one's actually not too bad. I'd probably put it around here. I'd put it here. LRNPC is great for killing hatchlings, but this will do 2 to the thorax anyway. Unless I'm mistaken. Where is it? 50 damage? Yeah. They'll kill a hatchling in the exact same time. The exact same time. 2 to the thorax, 1 to the head. All right, I'm back. So, what's next? 762 by 39. You could almost argue that that T45M could be in there for this one, but you're really not going to use it. So, for the 2 of these are like, PS ammo is like really fucking god tier. Like you come out of the, you level 1, you can buy PS ammo, put it in an SKS, and you are like grinning. Like you're 100% grinning because you can kill majority of geared players with that ammo. So it's got, PS ammo has 32 pen, 57 damage. Right? So, I suppose I should put in here that if you're really going for face shields, but it's actually not too bad for going for thoraxes as well. So to be honest, I would put the PS ammo as like a B tier ammunition. Like even if you like say you go into a raid and you're using BP ammo, you go into a raid using BP ammo and you run out of ammo, you can quite easily use PS ammo to finish off the raid. Like you could kill some scavs, use their PS ammo and finish off the raid with that and not be like, oh, this is like, you know, this is like, what do you call it? Atrocious. You know what I mean? I would be probably putting this somewhere between here. I haven't decided yet. And the BP ammo, the guns ruin the BP ammo. If guns had faster firing rates, I would be putting BP in S tier. But the ammo, like the ammo itself is quite cheap. It's actually quite accessible to use. But the fact that the guns just don't, like, we've got to take into account the firing rate of the guns that use the ammo and the ability, like how useful it actually is. If, like I said, if it wasn't for the firing rates, I would be putting this up here. No problem. No problem. And because of the ammo cost, the ammo cost is cheap. It's 47 pen. It does really good damage. Do I want to put it S tier? This would probably be more controversial. This one. Someone would be like, oh, this is an S tier ammo. And if I put this S tier, they're like, oh, it's not that good. I think, see, when you look at it like this, would you use 855 over PS when you're at level 1? And I probably would. Didn't I say I was tossing up between this going in C and D tier? I think I did. I might put that in C tier. And then I might put this in C. And then I'm not sure where I feel with this. Well, all right, let me look at the PS. This 25 pen, whereas the 855 is 30. Yeah, this has to be there. This has to be there. Otherwise, PS has to drop even lower. We could put both this and this here, to be honest. And then put this here. That would make sense. It's literally the best bullet for the first 5-6 weeks of the wipe. What? PS ammo. I'm moving that. No, I'm leaving that there. I can't go nuts over the whole thing too much. I'm leaving it like this. I think this is where I'm putting it. I know it's not gonna be the most popular thing. I'm locking it in. There's a lot of A tier ammo though. But, okay, so there is a lot of A tier ammo, but I'm not showing you, like, for example, in this one, I'm not showing you the fucking 7 other or 8 other 9x18s that would just be all F tier, and, you know, like all the other ammos that would just be down here in E and F tier, because there would be so many ammos in E and F tier. There really needs to be trash tier, and it'd just be like +7 ammunitions. Can we discuss 7N39 and BS? I can touch on it real quickly. So 7N39 and BS, they're both really good ammunitions, and they both sit around the 1,000 ruble mark. The biggest issue with the 7N9 and BS ammo is the guns, really. Like, that's pretty much it. The firing rates. It comes back to the AKMs. The AKMs ruin the BP ammo, because imagine if you could shoot BP ammo at the rate of a fucking HK. Like, if it was, you'd be like, pff, bam, straight away. This ammo would be like 10 times the price. It'd be the meta. It would 100% be the meta instantly. And the AKs are kind of on the BP has less pen by a lot though compared to BS and 995. I'm trying to understand your point. The 7.62x39, it's 47 pen compared to 995 has 53. That's not a long shot. BS has 51. 545 BS has 51. 7.62x39 has 47. That's a 4 pen difference. You're one-shotting heads with BP, and you're 2 to 3 shotting most torsos, most bodies. This is also 3 times the price of this. Anyway, we're locking it in. I'm sitting it there. Right, this is what we've got left. So, let me think for a sec. Maybe? Let me think. This isn't locked in. I'm thinking. The only reason M80 would be B is the fact that it's cheap. That's really the only reason that would put M80 to B. Mr. Jones, thanks for the 2 gifted tier 3 subs. Can we get some motion in chat? Those 2 gifted tier 3 subs. Legend, dude. Appreciate it, man. So the 993 is going to go into S tier, and it's kind of be the same as why the 338 ammo is going to be an S tier. Like, I'm forward projecting here, but it's kind of like you know what, I'd probably put it here. I think you're right. I think it goes like this. It's an exotic ammo. Yeah. So I like M62 for bolt actions. I'm probably more favored, but my personal preference is I would use M62 as an A tier. Like, I use this up here all the time. Like, this is like more than M61 even. But I think if I was to give advice, I would say M62, if you're using bolt actions and you're sniping and you want to go for cool headshots, it's a lot of fun, guys. Grab an M700, grab a what's the other bolt action? DVL, and go into a raid with M62, and you'll have so much fun. Like, just sit on a high ground, take these long shots. It's really great, but it's only good for headshots unless you're like using full auto. You would not want to use M62 on a bolt action aiming for thoraxes. M61 has the chance to one-shot them in the thorax, like a quite considerable chance to one-shot, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. I don't know the math that well. No, it's similar to the M62 actually. The advantage of the M61 is you're going to fucking kill them if you hit them in the head, no matter what helmet they got. And and 2 to the thorax, no matter what armor they got. Like, if you got an SA58, M61 is going to destroy their thorax with a SA58. Can an M61 one-shot the slick armor? I do believe so, yes. If it fragments. Yeah, but M61 is much more expensive than M62. True. You wouldn't be sniping with M61. You'd be using M62. Why do they even have 993? Because when you do find it, it's an exciting thing. Why do we have like Rolexes in real life? If like only a few thousand people ever wear them. Why wouldn't you use M61 to snipe? Because M62 will headshot pretty much every helmet and has traces, so you can actually see how much you missed by. That's the main reason. The green dot there, guys, any of the ones with green dots means they're tracer ammo. Now, this is going to be a fun one. Let me think. I need to know the costs for these two. I need to know the cost. What's the colors mean? It's how much pen they've got. 7BT. 7N37's 7N37's about 1500. 1300 to 1800 you guys are saying. What's the 7BT one? It's really only 500 to 700. That's actually pretty good. Why is that one so much more expensive? 7N37. 70 pen, whereas this one's 59. 70 pen is just so much overkill. It's still going to two-shot. Okay, so this one is like 1800 around. I'd put it here. And I'd put this here. At the moment, let me just think about it. What's the green dot? It means traces. SPP isn't a tracer and it's dotted. Guys, 7M1 one taps like either hatchlings or maybe people with like a 3M armor or a packer on. For it to one shot anyone else, it's all RNG. I don't know why that's there then. Why the fuck's the dot not? The one time that Duty's made the dot link to it. Right, it's not a tracer. We'll get it fixed later. If one shot's class 4, it's RNG. It's pure RNG based, guys. It doesn't, it's like we're talking 10% max chance to, it's not 100%. Get out. You guys are idiots. If you guys think it's 100%, then like it was 100% back when Thorax health was 80. All right. I'm pretty sure I'm leaving this like this. I'm going to explain why. I think I'm going to go like this. Right. I've got to explain why. The only damage variable that matters out of these ammunitions is the 7M1 has 86 damage, which means it can one-shot a naked person, right? After that, it might have a fairly decent chance of one-shotting guys with 3M armors or class 3 armors, but very slim still, or say moderate. Anything after that, it's nearly it's all RNG based off fragmentation chance, which is the same as all these. So all these will have the fragmentation chance to be able to one-shot a guy with higher classes of armor. But starting from, I'm gonna reference cost and pen. So I'll explain it like this. This is 88 pen and costs about 1300 to 1800 around. This is 42 pen, so it's not very good anymore. It used to be really good, but it's not that good anymore. 7BT1 is 59 pen, but it's only, I think you guys were saying 700 rubles around, and it's a tracer round, which means you can use it for your bolt actions. So you can actually do some sniping with your Mosins and your, what's the other bolt action? SV98, that's it. Sorry, my brain's a bit tired today. SV98. So if you're using an SV98 or a Mosin, you can actually use this to, like same with the, I was talking with this category, you can actually use it for sniping and makes it quite relevant. And it actually does have quite considerably good pen. So we're talking 59 pen. So 2 to the thorax quite comfortably with this one, no matter what armor they're wearing. SNB, right, is the biggest sleeper ammo in the game. This video might boost the price a little bit, but it's so available everywhere that it makes it so cheap on the flea market. you will not spend usually more than 300 to 400 rubles a round on the flea market for SNB ammo, and you use this in the SVD, and it doesn't matter what armor they're wearing, you are 100% two-tapping them in the thorax, right? And it one-taps every single helmet. It's got 62 pen, so it can get through every single helmet with a very high chance, unless it ricochets, obviously. But this ammo is like the biggest resident sleeper ammo in the game. 62 pen, 75 damage, 2 to the thorax, 1 to the head. SVD, if you're using an SVD, use an SNB ammo. You should not use any other ammo. I don't know why there's 2 here, because really there's only the 1 ammo. Now, this ammo is actually quite a fun ammo to use. This one's not so much. I don't really like leg metering with the Gexa, whatever you call it. It's just semi-automatic leg meter is just not the way to play the game. It's just not. So really, you're talking about, do you use the AP ammo, and if you do, where would you put it? So give me 1 sec. I'm just going to get the exact variable results for you. So it has 42 pen with 90 damage. The reason why this ammo isn't better and like up here on the tier list is the fact that the velocity of the rounds is really low. It's let me check. It's 600 meters a second. So when you do long range shots with AP ammo for this ammo, it's actually quite difficult to hit your really long shots. You end up aiming like really high. So anything after like 100 meters gets quite difficult. And you're using it with a VPO or a 209. So with a 209, it's really devastating. But it's actually quite cheap as well. It's not an overly expensive round. I'd put a B tier. And I'd feel very confident with that. And if anyone doesn't really agree with that, I think bang for buck, it's a very solid round. What I say about EKO, that honestly, guys, all these rounds are just not good. Shotguns. You want my honest truth answer for these, right? Flechetti used to be the meta in my opinion. Flechetti used to be great. I don't think it is anymore. I don't think it's as good as it used to be. Because, and I'll explain these two very briefly, but let's go with RIP. I don't think RIP ammo is any good. You should not be doing slug leg meta. It just doesn't work. Honestly, I'll put it down here. Don't waste your time with it. Please, guys. It's just not worth your time. And you'll understand why in a second. So just to give you the exact figures on that. The RIP ammo does 265 damage, but you need to land 3, potentially 4 hits to kill someone in the one limb. If you went like thorax and that and they weren't wearing armor, you'd be fine. But this is like not worth your time. 7mm has 39 damage, and it's available very early. I think the scavs have it a lot too. It's not bad, and the fact that it does 39 damage per pellet, so there's 8 pellets, and they've changed the spread now, so there's actually a lot more in the center of the cone. Because originally it was just like, imagine a circle. When you shot the shotgun, it kind of just went all around the edge of the circle and nothing in the middle. But now this is why you can use shotguns at longer ranges now, because they're like real life. There's actually pellets going through the center of the cone. So 7mm is actually really, really solid now, but it's still not like a meta ammo. But shotguns are definitely making their mark on the game now. I see a shotgun or a player with a shotgun, and I am instantly worried. I'm not going to mess about with this. And scavs, particularly, they're fucking painful. Now, Flechetti, like I said, used to be the meta. Not so much anymore. AP20. Now, the AP20 has 37 pen and can one-shot a class 4 armor because it does 167 damage. This is your go-to ammo for setup, killing scavs at long ranges. So, for example, if you want to go to woods for your Punisher Part 4 quest where you got to kill scavs, and you don't want to have to get close to them, AP20, you can snipe a scav from 200 meters away with AP20. No dramas whatsoever. It's a fairly decent velocity, if I remember rightly. It's 510. So, it's very similar to the AP ammo here. You can aim this one quite far away and still hit from distance. So, AP20, good to go, and you can snipe players with it too. So, it's good. Flechettis do 8x25, so they do a fair bit of damage. They still do like 200 damage, and they have 31 pen. So if they're like a middle class armored person, you could actually destroy their armor quite quickly, and then still kill them through the armor. And if you're hitting the limbs at the same time, you can actually fuck them up. The reason why this one is sitting here now, and this one is sitting right here, is 8.5mm buckshot is OP. Like, I'm being legitimate, guys. Go grab a 153 shotgun or a Saiga with 8.5mm, right? And just aim for the legs, right? You will have, no word of a lie, the 8.5 does 8x50 damage, right? 8.50 damage. And it does, so if you hit with all pellets, that's 400 damage, right? You only have 440 health or 435 health. So, it is so strong. You use this and one pellet hits the head, they're dead. You hit this and and you put every one of these pellets in their stomach, they are like borderline dead. If you shoot from range and you clip their legs, they lose all their stamina bar and they're like heavy bleeds, legs are blacked out, and they're like, where do I go? And then you just go one more shot and they're dead. It's so brutal. This is honestly, this is just like OP, and it's cheap. It's super fucking cheap. Fuck this is the first I'm mad you put my ammo up high. Like, chat, have you guys used this? Have you guys used this and seen the effect that it does? If you haven't used it, guys, give it a go. You'll just be like, what is this shit? Like, and if you want to have some fun, grab like the 870 shotgun, or what's the other one? I want to say 590. The new one they added. It's just go in with the iron sight and just have some fun with it. The Mossberg, yep. The 590, sorry. Yeah, the Mossberg 590. Go in with this and just take some shots with it. You'll have fun. Now, 5.7 ammo. You're missing one. It's all right. There's one ammo I'd put on this list. I can't remember the exact name of it. It's got like heaps of letters in it. This is my fault for not proofreading it. All right, so shout out to R37f Ammo. The R37f Ammo I would have on this list, and I would actually put it somewhere like in the middle, somewhere like B to C tier. With a P90 firing rate, it does 90 damage per shot, and it shoots so fast that on a P90, you shoot so fast, you can kill players so quickly. It's not like a great ammo, but if you want to try something a bit different, if you want to go for killer, it's actually not a bad alternative to gut running like Vepper Hunter, for example. You just got to make sure you obviously get the first shots off on killer, otherwise you're dead anyway. But you can drop fully gear players quite easily with that. It's R37f, I think it is. All right, for this one, now I really only use one of them. I don't know why you would really use the other one. I think they nerfed 193, maybe. I don't know. All right, so what are the stats on the 191? I don't even know why it's on why it's even here. 33 pen for 58 damage. Right. So, okay, you want my opinion? Don't use this. If you're gonna go with a P90 or a 5.7, right? You're using this. It's such good ammo. Right, 5.7 with this, beautiful. It's the most enjoyable feeling killing fully gear players with this and with a 5.7. Also P90, shreds, absolutely shreds. Good to go, no issues right there. This ammo is actually kind of trash, and the reason behind it is it's got a really low velocity. I know the damage is actually quite similar, and the pen's quite similar. So this is 37 pen, 49 damage, and this is 35 pen, 54 damage. So it's slightly less pen, slightly more damage. But the problem is this has a velocity of 305 meters a second, and this one has 716. So when you go anywhere, say past 50 meters, this is actually shooting low all the time. So it's just not worth using. Like it's really just it's just not good. This is not good. Apparently people are saying this is a really good budget alternative, but the problem is, like, you can't buy 5.7s until you can get the 190 ammo. So you just buy them both at the same time. I understand, like, you might want to use it earlier. Like, if you just get Peacekeeper 3, I think it's like, top of my head, maybe like level 22, you can have Peacekeeper level 3. 29, you can have him 4. It's somewhere between 22 and 24. If it's always sold out, buy it earlier in the reset. It's not always sold out. I still buy it quite often. So yeah, Peacekeeper 3, 190 ammo with the 5.7, good to go. P90, 190. It does sell out. If it does sell out, this is an alternative. So for that reason, how much, like, I don't know the exact price, but I'm under the impression this is not too bad of a price. You do not buy this ammo on flea market. You're wasting your money if you're buying 190 on the flea market. Unless you're desperate to use the gun. All right. I feel like guns and ammo are so linked together. All right. So APSX. He's just god tier. I'm not going to mess about with this one. Because the MP7 is so strong. Wait, why is that moved? I swear that was meant to be locked. So subsonic, it's going to go like this. The only change I'd probably do is you might put this here. But this is so strong. So strong. And FMJ is like a really good alternative. So you've got APSX is 54 pen, 35 damage. It just cuts through people's like helmets and body armors. It's really fast firing on the MP7, really easy to use, good to go. FMJ, 40 pen, 43 damage. It's still really high pen and can cut through people as well. Whereas the subsonic is 36 pen, 45 damage. It's going down that little bit, but it's an alternative if you still want to use the MP7. It's kind of sitting with the 191 over here. We're not going to bother using. I'll put it here anyway. All right. So star rounds don't have any pen. That's why it's got a black border. I want to tighten this up a little bit. Just bear with me, guys. They don't look like they're aligned. All right. Barricade. Barricade does 192 damage, but it's a slug, and it's going back down to you don't leg meta with slugs. All right. So unfortunately, Barricade goes down here. Shotguns and slugs do not mix. Don't waste your time. It's not worth it. Now the sharp 10 rounds are the sharp 10 rounds are 87 damage for 8 shots. If you shotgun someone in the stomach with this and hit with all pellets, they die. It is honestly S tier. It's so good. Like I really hate how strong the sharp 10 rounds are. Actually, something I didn't take into account is the pen on the Barricade. It is 39 pen. It can get through some armors. I'll put it up here actually. It isn't that bad. But I feel like you're hamstringing yourself if they're wearing really good armor. Your choice is you got to go for the leg or the head. It's not the worst thing. Yeah, okay. I just think that when you're using the same shotgun, the KS-23, if you could just leg them from range with this, they're fucked. They're so fucked. And this one, the only reason this one's not S tier, it just doesn't one shot from the stomach in one shot. I don't believe. I think they just survived with Shrap 25. Now, the star round. Let's take a moment to talk about the star round. They made sunglasses reduce the flash effect of flashes and star rounds because of this round. It's so shit. Like, it's annoying to use. Sorry, it's annoying to be used against, and it kind of just, it doesn't belong in Tarkov, guys. I'm going to be completely honest. It doesn't belong in Tarkov. It doesn't make, do you guys, it's only fun when you're the guy using this. It doesn't make any fights enjoyable. Like If you're the guys, you're on the side using this, it's a hell of a lot of fun. But it sits exactly where the grenade launcher sits. It's like, I don't believe it should be in Tarkov. I'm being completely honest. Because like, you go into a fight and you want to actually have a fight, not you walk around a corner and you are just immediately blinded. And now the guy's just standing there laughing at you and you're not having a fight. You're literally just, it's just stupid. Like, I'm sorry. It's a pure meme mod, correct. But it's not, it doesn't belong in Tarkov. And because of that, it sits here. And I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't belong in Tarkov. It shouldn't be on, it should be F. It's why the grenade launcher. If I could put it here, but Duty's made it so I can't. If I could put it here, I would. Duties, I'm going to send you this sheet afterwards. And can you make it so it can fit there, please? All right. Ash 12. Pestily does not like to be flashed. I just don't, like, I used it when I was working with, or playing with Swagger Souls. And like, yeah, like we had a bit of laughter about it and it was fun. But it, like, the guy on the other side of it would have been like, fuck this again. You know what I mean? He would have been like, fuck this again. And you guys are the same. Every time you get flashed by the KS-23 shotgun, you are just like, ah, fuck this. I hope this guy steps on Lego. Like, a lot. Not just one piece, but like, steps on one, tries to avoid it, and then steps on another one straight after it. Anyway, moving on. All right, so Ash 12 ammo. These are like heavy hitters, but there's really only one that works well, and that's the 12B. So 12B, 46 pen, 102 damage. It would sit either here or here. It's actually like a really strong thing. It does go full auto on the Ash 12 as well. So it one taps class 4 arms. I'd probably put A. But both of these, like, look, the 12 can sit literally right here, and then the 12A would sit here. You wouldn't use these. I don't know why you would want to use these when you have this. You need to spread the ammos out. No, I'm gonna, when this is finished, I'm gonna make it so it's a table, and you'll know exactly which like caliber they're for. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I can't see any other changes with that. All right. AP ammo, 45 AP. Here we go. This is where you guys are gonna fucking hate me. This is where I'm gonna get the death threats in the YouTube comments. Right, 36 pen, 45 damage. Sorry, 70 damage. Quite strong. Right, rip. Don't even waste your time with. And FMJ, 23 pen, 69 damage. All right, so here we go. This is what you get. It's where it belongs. Reasoning, it just doesn't have enough pen. It doesn't have enough pen. It's 36 pen. Like, honestly, I'd almost put it fucking down here. Like, what's some other stuff inside here? So we got BT ammo, 545 BT. Right, how much has that got pen? 545 BT, 37 pen, but 44 damage. Like, it is better than that because you got a faster firing rate in the Vector, but that's the only thing that's holding it up. You know what I mean? AP 6.3, but this could be used with more versatility. So, for example, this has a pistol that's got 7 rounds, or do they make it so they got 9 rounds? Whereas this, you can put it in a Glock with 50 rounds. It's 11 round mag. All right, so you can put this in an 11 round mag. You can put this in a Glock with 50 rounds. And so yeah, 9mm AP 6.3 has 30 pen. I think this is the spot. Shouldn't rip be with the other rip ammo? No, because you shouldn't be leg mettering with it. It has a place. Like you can use the. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah, honestly, guys, if you're watching on like you're on Twitch right now or YouTube, honestly, I can't decide if I want to put this on B or C. It probably is B, but it could quite easily sit in C. But the Vector's got a slower firing rate, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't do well. Not when you can use the 9mm with the bigger mags and. So yeah. All right. 300 Blackout. Where's my stats for these? All right. So 44 pen on the AP, 44 pen, 55 damage, 28 pen, 60 damage. If you're going to use the 300 Blackout, which I find really hard to aim with, I feel like the 300 Blackout, it sounds really cool. It's really fun to use. But anything after like 50 meters is just fucking hard to use or hard to shoot. The 44 pen, 55 damage is actually quite strong though. You will cut through people in the thorax, class 4 and class 5 armors fairly easily. Class 6, you'll struggle. But you can get the headshots. This will cut through headshots. And I don't care if the Vector shoots at 1100 RPM. All right, it's slow. All right, Glock 18C. How fast that shoot, chat? Glock 18C. How fast? Because I know the answer. 1200. 1200 is greater than 1100, isn't it? It's 1200 RPM. 1200. We're still gonna. You still want to talk? All right, sit down. Right, so I think this can go up here because of the headshot, the headshot capability, and it cuts through thoraxes pretty well. But the BPZ, it's 28 pen, 60 damage. It's just too low. You really are sitting it down here. Like if you're desperate, you run out of AP ammo, you use this. That's pretty much how it sits. All right, last but certainly not least is our good friend, Mr. Lapau. Lapau. Do we really need to discuss this for long? One shots no matter what armor, one shots no matter what armor majority of the time. And it doesn't even matter the cost because when you kill someone with it, you just feel so good. It's so good to kill someone with it. Like you're like, yeah, the gun costs 200k, but the ammo was 40,000 rubles a round. It's like, you know in Top Gear where Jeremy Clarkson's he's like, oh, how does he do it? It's like, he's like, talks about the car and he's like, it's just 6,000 RPM of American muscle. He's just like, yeah. Like, in the world. Yeah, like, please stop. No, I'll never stop. Can't stop, won't stop, never stop. Most powerful bullet in the world. All right, Toz ammo, all left here. That is the ammo tier list. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Anything you don't agree with, like you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to fucking write comments why I don't agree on this. Have you seen him drifting the Rolls Royce? Maybe, I don't know. I watched every episode of Top Gear at one stage. Too many S tiers. There's too many gun ammos that are just godly. There's a reason why you fall over half the time when you see someone. It's because most of these rounds just kill you instantly. It's like one to the head, one to the head, one to the head. Sorry, half of these, like these are all one to the head unless they're wearing armor. That one doesn't want you in the head, and that one doesn't want you in the head. But the rest of these want you in the head. But nearly all these will 2 to the thorax, except for the 5A1s. If anything, I'd probably put the 855A1 down to A tier because of the HK's firing rate and accuracy. It looks like a laser beam. It can sit in S tier. So, but all those S tiers are S tier ammos. SPP should be above SP6. You guys really like this round, don't you? You guys really think this should be up here, hey? How much is it a round? 366 AP, it sits there. That's exactly where it should sit. 1,000 rubles a round. That's not too bad. I think you're right. Because these are like 2,000 a round. Let me look at it again. Let's reflect. Okay, so if this is 2,000 a round and that's 800 to 1,000 a round, I could flip them and feel comfortable because you're getting, like, the pen difference is only 5, but the damage is the same pretty much. I could respect that. 7BT1 should be S tier. No, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm going to put like a thing up here showing all the ammo, what they are, etc. I'll see if I send this to duties right now. Duties, would you be able to get that done straight away? So I can post on Twitter. What I can do, I'll move this here for you. It might be better if I move this here for you. And then you can move the star around. Why is star rounds at F? Because it doesn't belong in the game. Did you guys learn something at least? Did you go, oh shit, that's a bit fucking cool.